Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Lok Sabha polls are now just 10 days away, and on Sunday evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held yet another mega interaction with people from across the country through video conferences with people from different walks of life. Well, as is often the case with the PM, this interaction was also embellished with a generous dose of melodrama. But let's see what some of the big takeaways were. One, the PM clearly tried to pitch himself as a people's prime minister and as someone who was a statesman who cared more about the people of the country, who cared more about the nation than about himself. Some of what he said clearly indicated that. One, he talked about how by chowkidar, he did not mean what the opposition was assuming it meant about a literal chowkidar, but anybody who works for the country, he said, was a chowkidar, whether it was a doctor, a teacher, a chartered accountant or anybody. So through this, clearly he wanted to connect with the voters and wanted to make himself seem like one of them. He also said chowkidar was a spirit. It was not something which was just a term. He said that if Modi had thought about his political future, he would not have been here. So clearly trying to say that he puts the nation first, which actually he did say in so many words by saying that for him, his political ambitions and elections don't matter. It is the nation that matters. The second big plank that the PM took up was trying to convince the voters about the importance of a stable government. He repeatedly talked about how difficult decisions have been taken only because this is a full majority government, and that is precisely what the country needs. National security, of course, which is a big narrative for the BJP going into these elections, was again raised by the PM in as dramatic a way as he usually does. He talked about how he had decided that Pakistan would be attacked in its own territory, and from where terror camps will be controlled is where India would actually attack Pakistan. He also talked about how Pakistan had assumed that because he was busy with polls, nothing would be done. But for him, elections were not a priority and the country was. Well, some of the other big things that he talked about were constant attacks and jibes at the Congress. He talked about how the party, without naming the party directly, the party was an entitled party and the party was a corrupt party, and that if he came back to power in 2019, all the corrupt people would be sent to jail. Well, finally, the PM did say a statement which he's always tried to bring a contrast between him and Rahul Gandhi by saying that the country needs a chowkidar and the country does not need kings or rulers, and that he was the chowkidar that the country wanted. Do keep track of The Print for much more. For The Print, this is Ruhi Tiwari.